are y'all doing, quilt roadies? Huh? Is life looking kind of chaotic? It is the week before Christmas. I have been overdosing on Christmas movies. That's pretty much what I am watching in the evening. Last night was the Santa Claus. I'm going to try to find Santa Claus 2 and watch the next one. Yeah, just overdosing on the holidays. I surely am. I hope everything is going well for you, yet you're getting some stitching done, that you've done some shopping, that everything is going as you had planned. I know going out into the people, all the people, is somewhat disconcerting because I don't know what happens this week before the holidays, but people get kind of crazy. They're just kind of crazy. They drive crazy. The shopping cart is becoming a weapon of choice. It's kind of crazy, isn't it? But it does get all the juices flowing. Yep, it does get all the juices flowing. So today, here in the Pacific Northwest, it is kind of overcast, cloudy. The street is dry out there, although I hear that we're supposed to, this is our last dry day. And by this afternoon, I think we're going to be raining for the next 7 days. Smoothie. So I want to get this video in. I don't know if I'll get another one in before Christmas, but who knows? I don't have a schedule, if you've noticed. I don't have a schedule. I don't make any rules for myself when it comes to these videos. It's kind of like I move with what the brain is telling me to do. And so if you want something more organized, this maybe isn't for you. But let me share what I've been doing. So you saw on the entry video the sewing room wall hanging. That pattern is by Heart Two Hand. So there's a lot of heart in hand, heart of hand, all of that. But this is Heart Two Hand. And the thing that I did differently with this particular pattern is that this whole bottom row here is actually pockets that hold the actual items. So where you see scissors, there's actually a pouch for big scissors, a pouch for small scissors. There's a pouch for tape measures, you know, right here. This, where the log cabin block. Oh my gosh. It's bad during the holidays. The brain is bad during the holidays. The log cabin block actually is a pocket to hold patterns. I didn't do any of that. I just am making it a straight wall hanging without any pockets in it. I am going to do the embroidery though. I just really loved this pattern at the time, and it's by Kathy Campbell and out of Silverado, California. That's so interesting. Huh. That I did not know. So now I am stitching down my sewing machine block. So this is the block I'm currently working on. And as with all of my projects, I have fused the pieces of wool to the cotton. And because this cotton is a woven, I did put SF 101 on the back. Yeah. So we shall be stitching together here. I want you to prep up for 2022. Yeah, it's barely, if you blink, if you burp, whatever, it's going to be 2022. And one of the projects that I am doing from the get-go is I'm going to be doing the Year of the Gnomes ornaments, so that by next year's Christmas, my little tree in here will have gnomes from all year long. And these are by Buttermilk Basin, and they're sweet little, just a sweet little ornament, and each month is themed for the month. So if anyone wants to join me, you can either check out on Buttermilk Basin, or you might call Pioneer Quilts. I'll put that in the drop down, because they will be happy to try to kit that up for you. We shall see. But I'm starting in January, so if you want to play along, and I'm really convinced that I'm going to be able to be better at this one, or keep up with this one, because it's just a little ornament. It's just a little ornament. But let's see. Let's see. Are any of you betting people? Yeah, I have them all. So they're all ready to go. And they'll be a good travel project. But this last week, I went over to Pioneer Quilts because I wanted to talk to Linda. About, let's start a stitching group at Pioneer Quilts. Let's just do, we have to follow the rules, and I am not, I'm not going to be talking about what's right or what's wrong. I know that because I want to have a stitching group where I can be encouraged and kind of made excited about different things in the quilting world. I kind of want to just once a month, even whatever works out, kind of meet up at Pioneer Quilts and just do some stitching. Because left to my own devices, I would stay in my beehive and not even see another human being. And I'm thinking that I want to expand, just put my toe in the water. And so I walked around Pioneer Quilts with Linda, and we looked at, she has so much fabric. Oh my gosh, does she have a ton of fabric. And so walking around all the tables in the other rooms, because this is truly a bucket list. Can you tell I had a smoothie? It didn't have a whole lot of sugar in it, but it had fruit. I feel like I'm talking 100 miles an hour. Well, so walking around the different rooms of this historic farmhouse, there were, 2 or 3 different tables. The issue is that they were piled with new fabric. She has fabric coming by the boatload. So awesome, so awesome. But we did find a table that didn't have any fabric on it, that would sit like 6 people in the kitchen. She'll get a coffee pot going there. Yes, I'm thinking that we should try to do a once a month stitching there, but we'll see. She's going to work on it. So let's keep our fingers crossed. But since I went over there to nag her about that, I had to shop. And so, they have the most amazing hand-dyed, because they have they are affiliated with a woman who does hand-dyed wool, and that's why it's so yummy. Of course, the piece I picked out was a mill-dyed, because I needed a basic. And so I bought this little tweed. Isn't that cool? It's just going to be a good background piece. So I bought that piece, and then I saw this little kit on her website, and I love those little wool pin cushions. And this little guy was adorable. Isn't he adorable? He's so cute. So I'm going to be making him. Yeah. This is the same person, designer, Cottonwood Creations, who made the snowman that my best friend Robin gave me, and the pumpkin one. Well, I think I gave a top hat to Robin. I think that's what I made. I can't remember, but they make a lot of cute pincushions. So I picked up those two items besides the nagging. And then when I was checking in with the Post, because you know, that's my other quilty shop, I saw that Valerie, who is the owner of the Stitch and Post, had posted on Instagram that she does block printing herself and then makes fabric out of it. And so these were printed up to make prayer flags. And I just want to, I want to make these as gifts. And so, oh, it's so beautiful. And she has a tutorial on how to make them. There's actually, when you buy the prayer flag fabric, you get a link to the tutorial. But just to, I mean, here's the yellow, and look at that. So if you've followed Valerie for any time at all, I mean, you will find that she actually has these linoleum tiles that she carves the design out. And that to me is extraordinary, because when you think about it, it's kind of like the picture's going to be the opposite, because you're carving, and then she rolls the color ink on there, and then she prints it onto the fabric. So cool. So very cool. So these are prayer flags. I'm going to be doing that this next year. But I have to show you the other one too. So I bought it in two colorways. There are two colorways. And in the panel, you get 28 individual flags. So out of that piece of fabric that I just showed you, I get to make 28 different flags, and then you string them together and you hang them wherever you want to hang your prayer flags. Oh, so the second one I bought is the blue. Look at that blue color. Oh, I mean, is that not gorgeous? Look at those mushrooms. Yeah. This is going to be a fun project. Fun, fun, fun. I think it'll be a great January winter's day kind of project. Okay. I don't know if I showed you this already, but I'm bragging on it again. Look at that. If I showed it to you already, oh well. I found this when some girlfriends came over to cross stitch or wool stitch. I found, I was just kind of blabbing away about the projects that I have laying around, and I don't even know everything that I have, because I get excited about something. I like cause a huge explosion of fabric. I make something or I start something, and then it gets stacked in because I saw something shiny over in the corner, and then I forget about it. So this was a table runner that I had already made the top. And it is all out of a charm pack. I can't even remember what charm pack it is, but I layered it and I quilted it. Ooh, glad I didn't tip that over. And I didn't really mark it to quilt it. I decided that I was just going to practice my free motion quilting. And on a couple of the places, I just drew a straight line to give me a guide. But I basically did all the quilting, just free motioned it. Just free motioned it. And I didn't even measure out how, you know, like I didn't mark a line to follow. I eyeballed it because I'm telling you, if you have quilted for any length of time, your eye knows what a 1/4 inch is, knows what a 1/2 inch is, and knows about an inch. Kind of like cooks know about a teaspoon of salt, you know, that kind of thing. So I just used my walking foot along here and just kind of eyeballed my way all the way around. And then I made a binding and I hand stitched the binding down. Although my friend Scott, yes, I'm pretty sure it was Scott. You have to follow him on Instagram, and I will try to remember to put all these links down below. He is a designer extraordinaire, not only patterns but fabric. He posted this thing that I can't get it out of my head. I can't get it out of my head because I am going to do it. So he at least what it looked like to me is that he attached the binding on the back and brought it to the front. And then as he went along the front, he programmed his machine with a star pattern in like an alternate color of threads. So like on this white binding, he would like choose a red thread. And then he tacked the binding down by sewing that little flower or snowflake pattern all around the edge. It's adorable. Absolutely adorable. And so quick and so clever and so interesting. So I'm going to try that on a future project. I am. I've had a little bit of problem lately getting on to the So Yeah Brothers. I love them So Yeah Brothers. They are a hoot and a half. And I mean, sometimes it seems like I've ordered something and I think I look at the chat and it seems like I should get it, but then nothing happens and I make sure I'm on live chat. Sometimes the link has kicked me out. I'm not quite sure if someone isn't toying with the idea that I don't need as much fabric as I do. But on one particular day, I could have swore I had 5 different purchases, but I only got 2, charged for 2. Of course, these 2 I just love. And again, I got more backing fabric or border fabric. If you needed a good chunk of fabric for the theme of the quilt, this would work, but I just loved it. So these are 5-yard cuts, and this one I just really love. And this one is all these arrows and signs, and they have the cities of the world or countries of the world printed on them. Actually, I think it's all cities. Yeah, it's all cities. But, excuse me, I have been to many of these cities. Let me see who this is. Is this, I mean, it's good quilting fabric. Let's see if I can find out. Yep, that's a Michael Miller, and it's called Many Directions. Many Directions, Michael Miller Fabrics. The second one was just sweet. It was just sweet. It's called Neighborhood Pals. And it's by, who is this by? It's licensed by Wild Apple, Robert Kaufman. Look at this. Is that not the sweetest thing? It's a gray, and some of the clouds are raining, and some of the clouds are smiling. But no clouds are frowning. So I got those two pieces. Pretty darn happy. So do you have your stitching? I'm going to be stitching on my sewing machine. Of course, where did my glasses go? Isn't that the way? Are they on my head? No. God, that would have been embarrassing, wouldn't it have? That would have been so embarrassing. So let's see. Oh, I don't know what I did with my glasses. It's kind of like when you talk on the phone and then you're looking for your phone. I must have, oh gosh, they're right there in front of me. I need glasses to find my glasses. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm just doing, on this big sewing machine, I'm just doing a buttonhole stitch. So have you been binging on Christmas movies? I sure have. And I love them also on chocolate. Boy, am I going to pay for that after the holidays. No more chocolate. No more chocolate. My daughter-in-law today is having her cousin's gingerbread building party at her house. You know, and it's just her cousins. Everybody's been vaccinated. They all did the rapid test kind of thing. I believe she had it all set up, you know, and then they were going to all be building their own gingerbread houses. I just love hearing that. Yeah. I don't know about you, but I am really looking forward to 2022. Although I did have to give up my slot. I had a slot for the Sue Spargo Indigo Vases. I've been trying to take that class forever. But it's only in session 2, which makes it more difficult to get from here to there during the winter time. And none of my friends wanted to take the class, so I didn't want to go by myself. And they're sweet in terms of that they'll find you a roommate, but you know, I'm too anxiety ridden to share a bedroom with a stranger. Yeah, I know. I wish I wasn't. I wish I was different, but it is what it is, and I accept the fact that I am who I am. Yeah, I'm really excited about this project. I've been really having a longing to get some embroidery in, and this particular project has embroidery, so that's kind of exciting. And then I've got to find out where I put my Raspberry Rabbit embroidery, because I want to start that. All of a sudden, maybe it's because Christmas is just a week away. Oh, all of a sudden I heard this song, a week away, a week away. And it is funny how that brain functions. But I already have this desire to be working on some embroidery, especially some Valentine's embroidery. Yeah, I'm already ready for that. How about you? How about you, huh? It's surprising. I haven't heard from some of the winners of the 12 days, and so the stuff is piled here, you know, waiting for, and I just don't, I don't have the time to, I guess it's not really right of me to have a giveaway and not be willing to figure out how to get a hold of people, but I just don't want to, you know, I barely have time to get my own stitching done. I had read someplace that Christmas Eve was a time to exchange a book. So when I told G that, it kind of sent him into a little bit of a stress mode because, you know, he knows that I am like gaga for books, and so he was like, how am I supposed to know what book? So I said, oh, I'll order it for you. And then I saw my favorite author had come out with a new book, Frederick Bachman. I just love him. I love everything about his books. I like his character development. Yeah, love everything about it. So I ordered it for G to give to me. Yeah. G and I will be celebrating actual Christmas by ourselves because the family's all coming together on the 26th. So that's going to make for a nice, we'll just be laying around Christmas morning by ourselves, having breakfast and coffee, and it's going to be sweet. It is going to be sweet. I figured out how to, I was so disappointed when we went to Trader Joe's because I said, I need to stock up on the pumpkin gluten-free pancake mix because it's just so yummy. And when we got there, you know, it was pumpkin. It's like pumpkin comes in by the boatload to Trader Joe's and it's gone in a heartbeat. And so then I was staying there and and G said, well, can't you just get regular gluten-free pancake mix and put pumpkin pie spice in it? Really? Really? Well, it worked. He's a clever cook. Me, not so much. That's why, between you and I have to go first. Because who's gonna cook? Who's gonna cook and make me coffee? I hate to even think about it. I'm not gonna even think about it. Yeah. My sister said I'm spoiled. I say I'm lucky. Yeah. Yeah. I say I'm lucky. I feel bad. My cousin's dog had to pass away, and poor Frankie. Frankie was She definitely was my cousin Kathy's dog. Just totally, um, totally, and I know many of you that been here a long time knew my Enzo, and I still have Enzo's collar hanging over there, and I even have a container of treats. I don't know. I, I mean, they're not any good anymore, but oh, sometimes it just makes me feel good to see them. This is such a cute project. I was licking my thread, in case you wondered what I was doing. I wasn't kissing the project. I was just licking my thread so it came unthreaded from my needle. Here we go. I think I'm going to have another piece of thread. So I've been thinking about a lot about 2022, as I'm sure all of you have. And so for sure, next week when we gather, I will have a more concrete idea of what projects I want to, as I sit here and I look around the room and I think, what do you want to do? It's not that I plan on making a schedule for myself. That just ain't never going to happen. And it's not that I'm going to make rules for myself. But I do like a good dream. And so I think that I'm going to grab some thread. I think that because I'm so excited about 2022, I already know what my word is, and I have many UFOs that are yelling for me, and many things that I want to start that I'm very, very excited about 2022. So I think that last week of December, when we get together, I will talk about what that looks like for me and what that feels like, and maybe it sparks something in you. There is just a lot of things that I love, and I'm really feeling the embroidery calling me. And I love all that handwork. I love all that stuff. When I FaceTime with my girlfriend, Dale or Robin, they they'll show me what they're working on, and they're both such extraordinary quilters, and they're focused, and I love that. I want to have it rub off on me, is what I want to have happen. But it inspires me, and isn't that what we love about getting together with the group? That is why I want to go to Pioneer Quilts and Stitch, because you come away with that, like, oh, wow. You just want to go home and dive head first into all of your stuff, and it's, yeah, it's a good thing. It's a good thing. Yeah, so I'm definitely going to be bringing the embroidery out. I'm going to be working on some hexies, and I have so many wool projects that I just love. That we'll get together. We'll get together before next year, That sounds like it's so far away, doesn't it? But we'll get together before next year, and we'll kind of commiserate about the dreams that we have, and yeah, 2022 is going to be amazing. Okay, enough babbling for me. Once I get this last little piece, then I'm going to go dive for some embroidery project to be able to have it ready to go when I feel the embroidery passion spark. Yeah, because we definitely want that. You guys, if I don't see you before Christmas, have a fabulous holiday. Have a fabulous Christmas. I hope you are all healthy. I hope your families are all able to get together, and that we spend that time looking at all the things that we are so grateful for, because truly there is a lot to be grateful for. You all take care, and we'll see you before 2022, okay? Love you guys.